Alright, hello everyone. Today we have prepared a special person to do a run. This man has never done a run before and it's not totally his Wally, third or second run this Spyrothon. I believe you have 5 to do, so give it a warm welcome for Wally. This is gonna be Wallython all over again, boys. Wally, feel free to and run when you're ready.
So hi, welcome to my 100th Spyrothon run. How exciting! Yeah, I'm basically ready to go whenever.
Alright,
Uh,
I'll count you down then, if you don't mind.
yeah, go for it.
3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, Wally. Have fun with the Japanese pirate.
Thank you. Hello. Welcome to Spyro. Spyro Sometime Tours, or Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. Depends where you are. And this is any percent. Now, this is quite a bit different from regular any percent. The biggest change for the Japanese version is the lack of double jump. And because of the lack of double jump, there's no real RTA viable ways of doing climb skip, which means that we need to buy climb. And because we can't do Dragon Shores stuff, we also need to buy swim. Which means that I'm going to be pretty much trying to limit my visits to levels whilst grabbing 1000 gems. This is a great start. Gem jump normally isn't a problem. There we go. First, we've already got a version in Glimmer here. We're actually going through the cave. This is the only way to get to the end of the level. The out of bounds opportunities that are actually present in no double jump on the normal version don't actually work. On top of no double jump, charge speed is also extremely lowered, which means that it actually makes some things a little bit different. The movement that I'll be mostly doing is charge jump gliding. That is the fastest way to move in this version. So we're in Summer Forest now, and instead of going straight to Crush, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of gem collection here. And then we're actually going to be doing, or attempting, a frog proxy. Now, when Luca did a frog proxy, he approached it from above. I'm going to be approaching the frog from beneath. I will be charging the frog, letting the frog squeeze me on the ground, and then I'm going to be charging out of it. Okay, we're gonna just... I didn't quite get it, but what I was attempting to do there is I charge the frog, I let the frog land on me, and then I charge out of the proxy to take a little bit more height out of it. So we're gonna have to do all of this movement here. And then we got a little bit of tricky movement with this arch and this ledge, which just threw me off. Okay. Great start. Alright, come on. I mean, Luca wanted me over estimate, so I might as well fulfill his wish. Stutter jump, or whatever people call it nowadays. Back in my day, that was a stutter jump. Seriously? Like, the Summer Forest section is difficult, I will admit, it is very difficult. But I usually don't struggle with this. In fact, I spent a long time practicing this section. Shows you what practice does, huh? Come on. Why is that not working? Come on. Trust it to be the one part I actually practice. Alright, there we go. So we get out of bounds here, we go into this area. Got these stairs. Now this is an NTSCJ exclusive thing. That hill has collision. And with that collision, we can actually go straight into Ocean Speedway. We're going to do an Ocean Speedway for the gems. Welcome to any percent, but we're doing a speedway. You didn't think it would happen. Ocean Speedway is pretty standard. Start off with the boats, go towards the cars, mingle that in with this, with a couple of arches. Yeah, that was bad. Something to note is that supercharged turning is less sharp than it is in NTSCU. It actually replicates a lot more of the Spyro 3 supercharging. Oh, good ring. With those gems, we can immediately leave Ocean Speedway, and this also puts us in a very good place to do Crush Skip. So Luca did a version of Crush Skip which involves double jump by getting himself inside of a door. This one, we take these two arches and not mess up the simplest platforming. Come on. Gives us a few backup gems, I guess. That's twice that's happened. The run gets easier after Summer Forest. It's kind of stupid. What? Why? Why am I getting nothing but that? Come on. Why is Sparks green? Sparks is always green in Japanese. There we go. We flop up into the wall and we can go out of bounds here into Crush. That took so much longer than it needed to. So the Crush fight is pretty much the same as what you would expect from any sane runner of Spyro 2. It's pretty simple strats. A lot, you can pretty much just do, well, yeah, you just do the normal strats, not really the lava damage abuse strats. You don't need double jump to avoid Crush. You can just avoid him with single, which is the normal jump. One thing to be aware of is obviously the charge speed being reduced. Also, I killed that many frogs. Nice. But as you can see here in these phase where he chases you, you can just jump over it like that. The charge speed is something to be wary though, because these rocks can fall on you if you're unlucky. And that's Crush. Naughty dog. S-dog. S-Dog in the chat, guys. S-Dog in the chat. So our gems are very, very high because of failing the crush movement, or the movement to crush. So we aren't going to be doing too much in Winter Tundra. So we have to climb, we have to climb up these ladders, and I'm not going to bother with those two 10s. And it's just a little bit more complicated movement than normal. For this part, we're actually going to be using Sproder. It's not as effective as normal Sproder, but it's enough to get us here safely. You can do it with just a wall glide, but it's a lot more dangerous to do that. Brododorn is shaking in his boots right now. Now we got Gulp Skip. Okay. Charge jump method, ladies and gentlemen. That is also another way of doing pillarless. Sproder in the Ripto is not possible on J. Just don't try. So Gulp is normal. It's just harder to get doubles and triples because of the decreased charge speed. You very much need a very decent setup for it. Let's see. I would have needed those barrels like pretty much next to each other. So I'm more or less not going to be trying to force doubles to happen. I'm going to need to just take singles as quickly as I possibly can. And it should result in a Gulp, which is still faster than Nuantox's average. This is a call out, Nuan. You gotta get good at Gulp. Like, rocket doubles obviously are free because you get to control when you do the first hit a lot more. Got a bomb. Hey, triple bombs. How about that? Another thing to note in this fight is that when Gulp stomps, you don't actually get launched up into the air. This actually came as part of the double jump patch that they had to do. That was... It was on purpose. It left me with 4. Okay. Oh no, I took damage. I went from green to green. I knew it would go for that. Alright. Not a terrible Gulp. How many gems am I on? 300 something? 295. It's time for J Penguin. Zoomy G. Where are you? Flame charge the penguin, jump into penguin, and then proxy. So you got a few gems to pick up here. Winter Tundra is good because it has a lot of high value gems. Just picking up these last few gems here. That's fine. And then we gotta go back into Summer Forest to pick up Swim, which will look. This part is kind of familiar if you are aware of older any percent runs where the route used to buy Swim. So once we bought Swim, we got to go back into Winter Tundra. Time to get another penguin proxy. That penguin's a lot closer to me than I thought it would have been. Like, there's a lot in this run. So, like, getting a perfect run of this would be ridiculous. Like, I have an 18-minute time, and that's, like, far from perfect. But it is, like, very difficult to get runs. There we go. So now we got the next part, which is the glide to Ripto. Or the glide to the mountain. Gotta do it from here. We gotta get a little wall glide and just like that. You are kidding me. What? I don't, like, there's nothing I can say about that. I pressed square. I thought I pressed square. Right, this time, come on. Thank you. So, welcome to Spyro 2 Japanese Swimming. You cannot charge forever. So now it's time to do Ripto with Flame. So there's only one consistent factor in the Ripto fight, and it is this first orb. This first orb will always be here. Outside of that, it is completely random. There are 3 different powers that you want, that you can get. You can get Fireball, which I just got now, which isn't anywhere as powerful as the Infinite Fireball. Well, I did well with that. I don't normally do that well with it. The green power-up, which is these sort of green balls of, I don't know, acid. And then the blue gives you Supercharge, which isn't useful in this phase, to be fair. So in phase 2, we want more of the supercharge and the green. Like in the first phase, the green is the better power-up. Oh. Camera got a little bit twisted there, so it's hard to control when the camera's not quite where you want it to be. The biggest issue is that Gulp is actually faster than you. Okay, I'm gonna have to take Fireball. Fireball is weak against Gulp. What's that? Blue. Alright. Not very good RNG in this phase 2. I'm going to run away. Okay, he didn't go for these two. No, we're only one hit away. Come on. Alright, nice. And then we enter the third phase, which is basically the same as normal. Ended up forcing him over. I forced him to stay where he was then. Seriously? Why did he move so quickly? And time.
Nice. That was actually really good. Almost beat my time in Japanese. It's great.
I lost so much time in that.
Yeah, that was really good. I think a lot of people think that J is worse than it is. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's as bad as people say it is, or do you think it's okay?
I think people I think people think that J is as bad as it is because it's just a lot more restricting, but it's not actually that bad. It's still very fun and enjoyable, and there's a lot of potential still in it.
Awesome. Well, there you go, everyone. If you want to do Spyro 2J, you got Wally's seal of approval. Alright, next up is Lucas Quiz Corner 2. That's going to be the Spyro 2 segment. We're going to have Danta, TK, and Wajovu joining us for that, so please stick around. And yeah.